Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today we're taking a look at my latest purchase, which is a 2009 Volvo C30. Now the Volvo C30 I bought is a 1.6 litre petrol engine and it's the R design trim level. So first off, we're going to take a look around the outside because honestly guys, I think this is one gorgeous car. I can't believe how nice it looks, bearing in mind it's got a Volvo badge on it, not a Ferrari badge on it. Although you'll notice now, I did put some moose badges on it, which look a bit like Ferrari badges. Now, I'm not going to talk while I'm filming outside the car because it's really windy today. But sat in the car with the door closed, it's that quiet in here, you'd have no idea. But if I open this door now, that's just made a right liar out of me. I swear to God, it was like blowing a hoolie about 5 minutes ago. Right, so now we've seen the outside, let's have a look at the inside of the car. Now, I'm going to talk through this video because it's less noisy, but generally speaking, I think the inside of the car is absolutely gorgeous. Inside, this car is absolutely lovely. Apart from this great big black dash here that feels like it's missing a bit of some kind of detail maybe, otherwise it's beautiful. I mean, this cascading waterfall dashboard, as it's called, looks lovely. The centre console looks nice. These two-tone leather seats, oh, beautiful. Great big chunky steering wheel as well, with a few little buttons on and some blue gauges. Absolutely lovely. And in the back, more of the same again. Two-tone, big chunky seats in the back there. Let's get in the back actually. So I'm in the back here, and you know, the front seat is set. Yeah, really far forward actually. But you can see in the back here, there's plenty of space here. I mean, I'm 5'7", and even behind my driver's seat, set for my height, there's plenty of space. And bearing in mind it's a 3-door hatchback, that is quite a lot of space. You've got this dinky little, teeny tiny little arm holder, armrest even. And you've got little cubby holes here. Now, I haven't got my cameraman with me today, or my camera woman, so I can't do any filming while I'm driving, and I can't be filming driving off, unfortunately, so I do apologise, but I'll give you a quick heads up on how this car drives. So this is the 1.6 litre petrol engine with a measly 99 horsepower, but believe it or not, it's actually quite nippy. The only time I've felt it's underpowered really is going uphill on a 60-mile-an-hour road, when I was kind of fetching for a lower gear constantly. But other than that, you know, around town, dual carriageways and the motorway, I think it feels quite pokey for what it is. And, you know, fuel consumption's not too bad. I think I'm doing around about 90 miles per 20 quid's worth of fuel. So, shade over 30 mpg, which, again, could be worse. So now we're going to talk about tech, or the absolute lack thereof. So first of all, this is the key. Not like any car key I've seen before, but it is what it is. And it goes on the near side of the steering wheel, not the off side. So you see we've got a speedometer and a rev counter, and then you've got trip 1, trip 2, and we've got odometer, time, and temperature. That's it. There's nothing else to see here. Over here we have this little thing here, which I suppose is what is like an old style infotainment system, except there's nothing on it. You've literally got FM and AM radio, you've got a CD player, got all these buttons here which do absolutely flip all because there's no Bluetooth. No Bluetooth! All these here are to do with the where the air conditioning or the heaters blow towards, nothing to do with heated seats or heated armrest or anything like that. Now, I thought to myself when I bought this car, I thought, you know what I'll do is I'll just invest in a better head unit. You can get something decent for around 150 quid these days, which will do you well. However, Volvo put this waterfall dash in, which means you can't just fit any aftermarket head unit. You've only fit one Blue Motion or Blue Part or Blue Point or something. It's around 600 quid, and the reviews aren't even that great, honestly. So I'm stuck with this little thing here, reviewed a few weeks ago on my channel. It cost me about £5. I used it in my old Mini Cooper, which has now gone to the scrapyard in the sky. And I mean, this thing is awful, and I regularly knock it out of place because this center console down here, oh hello Vape, this center console down here, right, has the 12-volt socket just there, right by where you change gear. So when you plug this in, you just knock it out all the time when you're changing gear, and it stops it working. So that's not great either. Also, they put the cup holders right here. Now, if you've got a can of Coke or a can of Pepsi or whatever, that's fine. But if, like me, you get thirsty all the time, and you have a flask of juice, I take a flask of juice with me wherever I go, right? Look at that. Just right in the way it is. Again, stupid design. Handbrake on the passenger side. I actually hurt my wife the other day because I pulled the handbrake up as she was undoing a seatbelt, and the handbrake went right into the back of her elbow. So all this and all this is actually not the best design in the world. However, one thing I do like, I thought it was weird at first, was the ignition switch being on the left of the steering wheel. However, thinking about it, if someone comes along and tries to hijack you, carjack you rather, it's much harder to get over there for the keys than it is to get there for the keys. So that's actually quite a good bit of thinking from Volvo there. So this car is actually based on the Mark II Ford Focus platform, which is great news for some respects. So it means that all the parts are dirt cheap. You know, I think I saw a pair of discs and pads for this car for about 55 quid on eBay, which is really, really cheap. In fact, every part I looked at for this car was super cheap online, which is one of the reasons I went for it. The wheels on this car are 17-inch and they're a 50mm sidewall. This sun is doing my head in. That's not helping. So yeah, they're a 50mm sidewall, they're 17-inch. I think they're a 205 50R17, and they start at around £70 each fitted. This sun is doing my nutting. I can't be bothered moving though. And the wheels those tyres come on, I think, are absolutely stunning. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. What I was getting at is that this is actually based on the Mark II Ford Focus platform, and this phone is not staying still at all because I haven't got a phone holder with me today. Anyway, it's based on the Mark II Ford Focus platform, which is great for parts being cheap. And obviously the Ford Focus, whatever generation, is super duper practical. Now, what Volvo have done, essentially, is take a really good platform, right, with decent engines, and they have gone, right, let's make it look really, really pretty, which they've done. Let's make it lovely inside, which they have done. It is lovely in here. Apart from that plain dashboard, it's absolutely stunning in here. And then they've gone, right, let's make it really impractical. What have they done to that boot? I swear to God. I swear to God. Right, the boot's actually a reasonable size. But what they've done is they've taken cues from the 480 ES, which is a Volvo hatchback from like the early 90s, which back in the day when it was released, it caused a massive stir and people went, wow, Volvo can design nice cars, we never knew that. But what the Volvo 480 had, which is what this car has, is a completely glass tailgate, which means that the boot or hatch needs a complete covering to stop people seeing in and seeing what goodies you've got on your boot. That sounds rude, and I wasn't being rude. Anyway, so they've installed this cover. I'll show you now. Look at this monstrosity, guys. So we've seen the outside, we've seen the inside, we talked about the lack of practicality, we talked about running costs. What else have we got to talk about? The one thing I dislike most about this car, and I've done about just over 300 miles on this car now, and it's what I dislike the most. Right, there's several things I don't like, but this is what I dislike the most. Okay, imagine I've got a car parked next to me there, which I don't. Right, this door is roughly 300 miles long. Give or take roughly. Right, watch this. That's how much I need to open the door to get out. So when I park the car anywhere with a normal sized parking space, I've got to like crawl out the door. When I've got someone with me to film, right, I'm going to make a video about all the things that annoy me with this car, and it'll be much better video for seeing the things that are actually annoying when I've got someone else to hold a camera. Right guys, I hope this video has given you some kind of insight into this car and what it's about. And I mean, I'm going to do one final summary. I feel like I've summarised quite a bit today. I've gone off on a tangent. I do apologise. I don't know what's got into me. But it's just a normal day for me, really. But anyway, to summarise, this car reminds me of a Grand Tourer in that it's big inside, big comfy leather seats, plenty enough power. Okay, this one's a slow one, but still. Nice inside and, you know, nice ride as well. But obviously it's a bit small and a bit less powerful. So it kind of reminds me of like a medium Tourer or even a small Tourer. But either way, it's a nice place to be. It's a nice car to drive. It looks freaking stunning. And the good value as well. You can get these cars from like 1,500 quid second hand with a full MOT, which in the used car market at the moment, that's an absolute bloody steal. I can't think of anything else you could buy that you could depend on that looks as good as this for that kind of money. You know, it's as simple as that, really. Anyway, if you're thinking this video isn't full enough and you want to learn more about the Volvo C30, you want to see the things I'm going to do to my Volvo C30, make sure you subscribe, guys. I've got loads more videos coming up about this car, and I'm going to start doing some videos about polishing as well. I polished this today with T-Cut Colour Fast Polish, and it was all right. You know, it was okay. But I've got some new polish at home. I've got some Poor Boys Black Hole, which sounds super dodgy, but I swear to you, that's what it's called. I'll put a picture of it just there for you. I'm going to do a video using that polish, probably in a month or so, because I mean, the car's clean and polished for now. And then in the future, so probably a good few months down the line, I'm going to look at getting like a pressure washer and that kind of thing. And then a few months after that, looking at getting a machine polisher and learning how to do that as well. I'm going to be a bit sad with it, to be honest with you. My missus is already looking at me like, the eyes are rolling, there's a huff in the air. She's like, my husband's boring, I don't care. I am who I am. That's the end of it. Also, we're going to fit a Piper Cross air filter to this one. I was going to fit one to the Mini, but the Mini died before I had a chance to spend any money on it, so meh. I'm going to get the wheels powder coated and refurred. Probably going to go white with the wheels and white with the wing mirrors. I'm going to buy some LED indicators probably next month, get them fitted. And what else have I got planned for it? I'm trying to think. As well as detailing the outside of the car, I also want to do something with the inside, because these seats are lovely, and they really are lovely, but they are looking a little bit past their best. There's a bit of a yellowish tinge to the cream on the leather there, which I don't like. But, you know, it's all bits and bobs I'll get around to over the next year or so. I'll make videos about them so you can watch, and of course, I'll keep going with the RC car content as well, so make sure you subscribe if you want to watch me playing with toy cars, which again sounds dodgy. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do want to see anything else in particular about the car, please make sure you comment and let me know what you'd like to see or what you'd like to hear about, or anything along them lines. Just throw a comment in, guys, and at some point in the future, I promise you I'll get around to it. Dang, I just promised then on YouTube. What are you going to do? So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Hey!